The Gina and Maddie Podcast.
Yesterday, it was a very important day at the Central Coast Grammar School. The New South Wales government is trying to create better communities across the state. Now, they've poured $1 million along with the Central Coast Mariners for this program called Onside with the Mariners, empowering Central Coast youth, combating domestic violence and unemployment through education, sport and mentorship programs. Now, it's been billed as a groundbreaking football program for secondary schools, aiming to boost participation, create social impact and empower the youth here on the Central Coast. Now, beyond building football skills and increasing participation, the initiative addresses the issues of DV and youth unemployment, fostering a thriving, inclusive community, which is really important. Now, that's a three-stage program. So the Mariners A-League football skills sessions, they get in, do some skills sessions, then they initiate conversations around DV and unemployment. Then there's tailored domestic and family violence education programs, and then there's follow-up sessions to ensure sustainability of the program's impact. I spoke to the Premier about it, and he said, like in other places around the country, it's going down, but here in New South Wales, the numbers are going up. So a program like this is so important. They're taking urgent action, to address the unacceptable rate of violence against women and children in this state. And with this program, Onside with the Mariners, they're trying to get into the kids and have a conversation about it and open it up. So I spoke to the Premier, Mr. Chris Minns, about it, and this is a little bit of our chat. I'm here with New South Wales Premier Chris Minns. Mr. Minns, welcome back to the Central Coast.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit of why you're here today?
Yeah, we're on the Central Coast at Central Coast Grammar School to announce a range of changes across the state for apprehended domestic violence orders and what we're calling preventative domestic violence orders. These are new regime in New South Wales. We haven't had them before, but they're designed to ensure that people who are victim survivors of domestic violence are safer. We are unfortunately seeing a rise in the number of domestic violence cases in our community, whereas in Queensland and Victoria, the numbers are dropping. So we've got to do something about it.
Here on the coast, the average is a little bit higher than the rest of the state. Do you see prevention as being a way of getting into the schools and making sure we're getting these conversations out there with both boys and girls?
Yes, I do. So we've announced a whole bunch of rule changes, law changes, making it more difficult for those charged with very serious domestic violence offences getting bail. But in addition to that, we need a prevention program, and a lot of money has been spent in other jurisdictions and in other states. New South Wales hasn't historically done it. We would, because of the prevalence of domestic violence cases in the community, the best thing we can do is change minds, change the culture, ensure that young people in particular abhor violence, stay away from it, and if they can see their heroes who don't participate in violence and it's not part of their personal lives, we think that that's a positive change in the community.
Sport's such a great vehicle for that as well, getting their sports stars to be on the front foot and kids seeing that and going, you know what, I need to be more like them.
100%. And there's no better organisation than the Mariners for that. They're fantastic.
There is no better organisation than the Mariners for that, and I spoke to their brand new CEO about it as well. Well, I'm here with the brand new Mariners CEO, Alison Airy, kicking off Onside with the Mariners. Can you tell us a little bit about it and what it means to you?
Yeah, of course. So this is a program for high school students at the moment. Hopefully we can extend it further in the years to come. But it's a program designed to look at healthy relationships. Unfortunately, we don't have great statistics around domestic violence in the region. And we, as a community pillar, would love to address that in our schools. And so the program, what it means to me is it's very special because we want to make sure that we are building a legacy for the community, and we do feel as though with our platform we should be leaning into things like this as an organisation that we can start to change some things in the region that we have the potential to.
Absolutely. Great initiative from the Mariners.
Yeah, it's fantastic. We love the Mariners even more.
Oh, absolutely. Now, if you're listening to that and you want to get your school involved, I reckon that's just a little bit of P&C pressure, I reckon. So Onside with the Mariners is the program, and if you or someone you know is affected by domestic, family or sexual violence, there is a toll-free number you can use 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 1-800-RESPECT, or visit 1800respect.org.au.
The Gina and Maddie Podcast.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.